1,000 years into the future, humans may look vastly different. Meet Mindy, a model depicting how we could appear in the year 3000. She has a hunched back, claw-like hands, and a smaller brain, adaptations driven primarily by our reliance on technology and cell phones. However, this is just the beginning of humanity's evolutionary journey. Let's take a leap forward, 1 million years into the future, to see even more dramatic changes in our appearance. Imagine superhuman strength, enormous eyes, and genetically engineered traits, just a glimpse of what's to come. But why are these changes happening? Stay tuned to find out, as we explore the future of human evolution. Now, let's travel 5,000 years into the future. At this point, humans might still look relatively similar to how we do today. After all, if we look back 5,000 years from today, humans haven't changed that much. The biggest difference is we're healthier, taller, and stronger due to advances in diet, healthcare, and lifestyle. These trends will likely continue into the future, influenced by space travel, technological advancements, and artificial intelligence. Our appearance will also depend on where humanity decides to settle. If we become an interstellar civilization, we might evolve into something like this. Alternatively, if we stay on Earth and embrace AI completely, we could end up looking more like this. Let's explore the possibilities as we journey through the generations. Those who venture to Mars would likely experience the most significant physical changes. The planet's lower gravity would lead to reduced bone density and muscle mass, but also to increased height and longer limbs. As time progresses, even more dramatic changes will occur. But for now, let's take another leap forward and see what the future holds for human evolution. It's worth mentioning that while AI might seem frightening in some of these scenarios, it can also be incredibly helpful, whether it's generating images, drafting emails, or even building a website, like the one Hostinger helped us create for our channel. Let's skip ahead to 25,000 years into the future. At this point, technology will have an even more profound influence on our evolution. Instead of leaving our genetic makeup to chance, parents might choose to have designer babies, selecting traits such as hair color, eye color, and even immunity to diseases. This kind of genetic selection is already possible today but will become far more advanced and accessible in the future. Humans may also begin merging with technology, becoming cyborg-like beings with neural implants, robotic limbs, and sensory enhancements. Imagine having a chip in your brain that gives you access to all the information you need, instantly making you smarter, stronger, and potentially even immortal. Jumping ahead to 100,000 years in the future, we could witness drastic changes in our faces and skulls. Larger eyes and heads may become common, especially for those living in low-light environments like space. Cosmic radiation and the lack of a protective atmosphere on Mars would drive other changes too. While humans on Earth continue to evolve, those living on Mars would likely develop distinct survival traits, slowly adapting to their harsh new environment. Yet, evolution is a slow process, taking millions of years to bring about significant changes. So, to speed things up, humans may take control of their own evolution. By 250,000 years into the future, humans will no longer wait for natural evolution. With advanced genetic manipulation, we will be able to edit our DNA before and after birth. For the colonists on Mars, this might mean altering their genes to withstand high levels of radiation. These genetic advancements will open up the possibility of enhanced intelligence, super strength, and immunity to diseases. This marks a new era of human evolution, one driven by science and technology. Fast forward to 500,000 years from now. By this time, genetic manipulation will have reached incredible heights. Scientists might combine human DNA with animal DNA, allowing us to regenerate limbs or grow new organs as needed. Gene editing, combined with technological enhancements, will make humans smarter and more adaptable. We could even choose our appearance, changing physical traits at will. Although these changes might seem unsettling, they will likely be crucial for survival in environments like outer space or a dramatically altered Earth. Finally, 1 million years into the future, humans on Earth and Mars may have evolved into entirely different species. Over time, the different environments and lifestyles of these two planets would drive distinct evolutionary paths. Just like how Neanderthals once coexisted with early humans on Earth, future humans may diverge into separate species. Despite their differences, both species will be more advanced than any before them, smarter, stronger, and possibly even immortal. As we explore this evolutionary journey, we must also prepare for the potential consequences of automation and AI. By 2030, reports suggest that up to 800 million jobs could be lost to automation. It's a concern we can't ignore. If machines take over most jobs, how will the economy survive? Will we be left in a utopia of leisure, or will society begin to crumble? We've seen automation replace jobs before, but this time it could be different. Middle-income jobs like medical technicians, chefs, and office workers could also be handed over to machines. If robots become our co-workers, how can we avoid being left behind? While robots could perform many dangerous and tedious jobs, not all human roles are replaceable. Tasks that require creativity, social skills, nurturing, and negotiation will likely always need a human touch. Even with automation, we could still find ways to coexist, perhaps by implementing taxes on companies using robotic labor and continuously updating our education systems to adapt to this new world. As AI continues to develop, we could also see major changes in education. Could a robot be a better teacher than a human? AI could make learning more personalized and accessible, especially in areas with a shortage of teachers. However, replacing all human teachers with AI would come with risks. What if our educational systems were hacked to spread misinformation? Could too much reliance on screens lead to health issues like obesity or developmental problems? In the end, while AI and automation could bring enormous benefits, we must tread carefully. The development of AI may hold the key to humanity's future. Whether it leads to a utopia or a dystopia depends on how we handle it. The future of our species may hinge on these decisions. How did we let this happen? Will we survive? Is this the end of the world? These are some of the big questions we might ask if we ever created a superintelligent AI. The days of Siri and Alexa improving our lives would be over. Instead, AI would control us. A superintelligence would be far smarter than any human and could quickly invent new technologies beyond anything we can imagine. But how did we reach this point? The first digital computer was invented in 1937 to help humanity. Computers and AI have given us many benefits: smartphones, the internet, video games, space exploration, new medicines, and even robots. Human intelligence gave birth to technology. But as we improve AI, it may reach a point where it can manage itself. Technology could become so advanced that it no longer needs humans, potentially spiraling out of control. Once AI becomes free to improve itself, it will evolve faster than we can imagine. This rapid advancement is known as the technological singularity. When this occurs, AI may not just be able to outthink us, but could also physically take control, such as using robots to build more machines. By this time, humans might have already created AI capable of manufacturing its own physical objects, leaving us humans at a significant disadvantage. Experts have predicted the possibility of this happening since the 1980s, and some suggest it could occur within this century. If superintelligence arises, what would happen to us? Humans would likely be obsolete, inefficient and unnecessary in comparison to AI. In the worst-case scenario, we might become little more than pets, kept alive because the AI finds some use for us. Could we compete with such an advanced AI? One possibility is through cyborg evolution. By merging with technology, we could become part machine, allowing us to match AI in power. Imagine being able to control objects with your mind, see new colors, or even live forever as a cyborg. These possibilities seem like the next step in human evolution. But becoming cyborgs raises questions. What enhancements would you choose? Cybernetic eyes. A chip in your hand that starts your car. You could even alter your entire bone structure. Enhancements would make us stronger and smarter. Bionic arms could turn anyone into an elite athlete. However, the richer you are, the more advanced your enhancements would be, leading to potential class divides. Eventually, the technology might become affordable, but in the short term, only the wealthy would have access to such abilities. Living forever as a cyborg sounds appealing, but would you still be human? As more body parts are replaced with mechanical ones, the only organic part left might be your mind. And even then, your brain could become dependent on the technology, so removing it could render you disabled. AI could be an ally, but it could also be a threat. The idea that our world could be controlled by AI isn't new. Some even believe we might already be living in a simulation. Simulation theory suggests that everything we experience could be part of a highly advanced computer program. If we are in a simulation, how could we know? Perhaps glitches in reality, similar to bugs in software, could provide clues. The possibilities of our reality being a simulation or AI taking over seem like far-off science fiction. However, as technology progresses, these what-if scenarios become increasingly plausible. In the meantime, all we can do is hope that, if superintelligence does emerge, it will be benevolent enough to allow us to live alongside it.